So I have to be honest with you, things have not gone to plan, and that's what I want to talk about today. I want to give you an update on how the running's going for this year, and yeah, come along for the run. We'll talk a bit and just keep you updated. But I guess in short, you know, you set goals, you put things in place to think that you're going to be able to make things happen, and things change and things come up which mean they don't always go as planned. And I want to talk a bit about that, help you understand. Maybe you're feeling the same thing. I'm behind in my goals, in my running goals and some other goals, and that's okay. And there's a reason for why it's okay, because it's not the end of the year, it's not the end of your progress, it's not the end of not being able to do it. It just means you have to adapt, you have to change, and you have to pivot. So that's what we're talking about today. I'm going to go for a run, a little light run, still a bit under the weather, and yeah, come along for the chat. Let's do it. Couple of swallows. It's actually a pretty beautiful morning. I do apologise from the brightness, but as I was saying, this last few weeks haven't gone to plan in terms of what I've wanted to do and achieve, especially in the running world. And for those that don't know, I've got a few goals this year to spice up the running. I want to do 2,500 kilometers. I want to do 2 half marathons a month. And I've got a few other goals too, but one thing which you got to realize is setting goals is one thing, doing them is another, and then managing that is also another thing, which I think sometimes we forget. Now, me, I'm behind on some goals in terms of distance to date that I need to achieve basically on an average daily basis in order for me to achieve the 2,500. Now, at this point in time, I'm actually behind by this much, which is pretty crazy, but I'm not too worried about that, because I'm going to be training for other things later and be able to make that up. But one thing which has really been annoying me is, because I was under the weather, I had to can my second half marathon for February, which meant I didn't achieve my second half for the second month. Does that mean I failed? No, it doesn't mean I failed, but it just means I have to adjust. And at the end of the day, it's a goal. And goals are there to stretch us and challenge us, and I could have, you know, pushed myself and maybe went out and done it if I was feeling unwell, which I was, but that just doesn't make sense, right? So it just means, can I potentially make up for it later? Can I fit in a third one somewhere? Possibly, yes. And this is the start of the year. We have no idea what else is coming our way, so it's about just going out with the intent, showing up, seeing what you can do, and adjusting. Because like I said, this isn't the end of the world. It just means that, and I'm talking to myself here, I have to deal with it and just manage it, because I have to accept that I can't make any difference for Feb. I can only make a difference going forward. So this applies to so many things in life. Anyway, let's continue on, chat a bit about it a bit more and what else I'm planning to do. And yeah, check out the little swallows. I don't know if you can see them, but they're pretty cute. Hey fellas. Hello. Can you see them? I don't know if you can. Probably can't. Right, team. Let's keep running. So the big question is, what happens next? What happens now? I'm behind, not going as planned. Well, the only thing to do is to push on, march forward. We're in March anyway, and you have to keep moving forwards. That's the only way I can do it, and adjust, pivot, see what you can do to change that course. Maybe get yourself back on track, or maybe I won't be able to. The fact here is that I'm out there giving it my best shot, and I'm not doing this video to justify me not getting it done. I'm doing it to help you understand that this is the reality of it, and I want to be 100% transparent and authentic that 2 months in and I haven't hit what I've wanted to hit, but doesn't mean I can't still get the total 24 half marathons. It just means it's not going to be 2 per month. Technically, if we wanted to get technical, I actually did a half marathon for the trail running series, which means I did do 2 this month in February, but my goal was to try and do those halves separate from races and those kind of events. So look, swings and roundabouts, but at the end of the day, I've set the goals. I know what I'm comfortable with, and I know in terms of comfortable with saying yes, I can accept that, no I can't. So here we are. So I'm going to press on, charge on, and see if we can still make some rebounds and adjust it and get back on track and see what we can do. Got about 1.5 K to go. Gonna go check out down there, see how we're going. Looks beautiful down there, that's for sure. And then we'll head back up, and almost breakfast time as well. But this is the reality of it. I've got one more thing I want to share with you when we get to the finish, and hopefully you can walk away with something today that helps you just move forward. We'll get to that in a sec. Let's continue on. Look at this, this is so good. It's so good. It's never gets old. Love it. Let's go, team. Let's go. There we go, all done. Now the final thing that I wanted to kind of just quickly, briefly brush over is, so what does this all mean for you? Well, 2 things. One, it probably means nothing, but if you're following along for the journey, it's me just sharing along the journey and the ups and downs and roller coaster rides that I go on in trying to achieve what I want to achieve. But the second thing is, maybe you're not a runner, and maybe this can apply to you in a different way. Maybe it can apply to you with something else that you're working on, with other goals, other things that you're charging towards, and maybe it's already gone off track and you're behind, or maybe you're not, maybe you're way ahead, and good for you. The point is, this is going to happen regardless. There's always going to be obstacles and little side quests that we have to take, I guess, in some sense, and it's not about getting stuck in that moment. It's about getting focused on moving forward and how do you progress. And that's what I want to share with you today is, are you feeling it? Drop it down in the comments below. Let me know how you're going with it, whether it's with running, whether it's with reselling, whether it's with life or whatever. I feel it all the time. This video is just as much as it is for me than it is for anyone else as well listening. So, and it's important to have these conversations with yourself and with others, because it helps clear the head up here. All right, team, pretty good. Have a look what we've done. I think it looks like, oh yeah, not too bad. We've done about almost 3.5. Still a bit under the weather, just adjusting and getting back into the groove. Can't wait to get back into the full groove of running. It's just, at the moment, it just feels tiring to do because I'm just still a bit fatigued. So all good. Have a look at the stats right there. There we go. Done and dusted. Appreciate you being here. As I said, continue the conversation. Drop a comment below if you enjoyed this. Hit like, hit subscribe, check out some of the other content. Plenty more stuff coming this year. And I appreciate you hanging out and chatting and listening and all that jazz. So have a wonderful day. Cheers.